What a snipe. Oh! Sit yo ass down. You think I hit that shot? Oh! No! Hey! No! I shot as well! What is up, peeps? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys the art of long-range sniping. And what I consider long-range sniping is usually anything above 150 meters. Yes, I'm going to be giving you guys a couple tips to shoot those long, really 500 plus meter shots, but that's not really what we're going to be focused on. What I really consider a long-range snipe is usually anything that is out of the range of an assault rifle, right? Once you're out of those beamable range, I would say those are fairly long-range snipes. And the tip number one, if you can get anything out of this video, is, I've said it before, but is using the same sniper, and that is of the utmost important in this video. And that's why really using the sniper that has the most bullet velocity is not really the most important thing. You knowing how much you have to bullet lead is one of the most important things, because like if you see my snipes, usually most of the time, like I kind of already know where to aim that guy, and because I use the Swiss a lot. But for me, honestly, the best sniper to long range and to lead is still the Kar 98. For some reason, the Kar 98 just does an amazing job at it. I do use the Swiss because I believe it's a little bit more aggressive, and since you can just reload the 5 bullets in, that's why I use it. But again, for me, the Kar 98 is still the best one for that. But again, it doesn't really matter if you're using the AX50, the HDR, the whatever gun you want to use. The most important thing is for you to memorize the bullet drops, and you kind of know, you're like, all right, he's like 150 meters away, so I kind of know where to shoot him. Now, one of the main important tips that I want to give you guys is, if you are using the Swiss, there are little tips I got for you guys. So for the Swiss, when I'm doing like some long range sniping, right, and the guy's running horizontally, meaning that I'm trying to bullet lead, we're going to take a look at this video right here. Usually when, sorry, there we go. We're going to take a look at this video right here. So usually when you're sniping, a lot of people take a look at the middle, right? The crosshairs, they're like, all right, so the crosshair is here, and if I'm trying to bullet lead the guy, then, you know, I'm going to have to maybe give him a couple ticks over. But the problem with this, when you always focus on the middle, is that, let's say if he's 150 meters away, you'll have to do something here. And then if he's 200 meters away, you'll have to do here. But obviously adjusting, it's a lot more adjusting through this line. So a little secret that I got for you guys, and you can do it on any other gun as well once you figure it out, is once I'm doing some long range sniping, I actually focus on this one, on the little left tick. So instead of focusing on the crosshairs right in the middle, I focus on this left one, or obviously on the right one, right? Depending on where I'm trying to shoot. But this right here is where I focus on. So I imagine that this is actually the middle of a sniper. And this is because I've just played a lot. So anything above 150 meters, you'll see right here, this is about like 170 meter shot. I believe I do ping it. But if we go ahead and play the video right here, you guys will see that right, I shoot right there. I'm about to shoot right there. So it's just like a little bit tad to the left right there. And I missed him just by a little bit. But on that second one, I did land that shot right on that little tick. And then I managed to get that shot on him. So that's just always something very, very important. And you'll see right now that he's going to get up, and I'll do the same thing. Once you got that figured out, it's a lot easier to adjust when you're aiming here. Because again, if you're aiming for the middle, and you aim a little over here and then you miss, it's like you're starting from zero to try and gauge how far away. But if my focus is on this little ping right here and I miss by a little bit, then I know, all right, I'm just gonna adjust a little micro bit. So again, if you're focused on the middle, your adjustments are gonna be a lot wider, right? Than if you're focusing on the middle, on the left hand side here, your adjustments are gonna be a lot smaller, and it's gonna be definitely a lot easier to hit those snipes. And again, we're just gonna notice it right here. This guy is gonna try and stand up, and as we can see now, I've lined that up perfectly. Like the line is right on his butt, and I shoot him, and that's just gonna be an instant kill right there. So again, that was about 170 meter shot, and that's just what I wanted to tell you guys. Like, one of the most important things, again, you could probably use the same ideology with the Kar 98, because again, they're pretty much at the same bullet velocity. They're really, really close to each other. So again, just find that out, like try to test it out like at 150 meters, right? What tick is it that you need a bullet lead? And then once you find that tick, always use that tick. So that's what the ticks are really useful, to be honest. They're one of another very important tick. Use your ticks on your sniper to gauge, right? And that's why playing with the same sniper really helps out a lot, because you're like, all right, you know, after playing for so long, I know that I got a 3 ticks this guy if he's 300 meters out. I got a 1 tick this guy if he's so and so out, right? So again, that's just one of the most important ones. And then another tip that I got for you guys is I did a little video on how to snipe people out of of cars, and one of the things I said was to track him, right? So you basically follow him and follow through with your scope, right? And that is a good tip, but I think the only time you really want to do that is when you know that you're safe, and let's say you're camping in a little window, or you just know that you're safe from danger, because following a person like that makes you very vulnerable when you're a sniper. If you guys notice, a lot of my snipes, I always try to like zoom out and then move a little bit and reload and then scope back in. Obviously this does take a little bit of time and a lot more practice, because it is definitely a lot easier if you're just scoped in the guy and you track him. But again, this does make you vulnerable, because you being scoped in makes you slower, and the enemies are able to see where you're shooting them from because of that glint, and you're not really paying attention to your surroundings. So again, once you become a better sniper, one of the most important things is you take a couple shots, but again, you scope out, check out what's around you, reload, and then re-engage back in. And that's where those ticks really help out a lot, because again, if you're focused on the middle, then your whole world just kind of forgets about it. So right, you don't remember where you would bully leading that guy if you zoom out. So that's why the ticks are very, very important, because you can zoom out and then you know he's still at the same distance, so you can zoom back in, line up to the same ticks that you have planned, and again, it just makes it so much easier. And here again, we could see that there was a little snipe right there that I just made, and again, I lined him up to that tick and I managed to break that guy's armor. So again, once you just have those ticks memorized, it just makes it so much easier. And ladies and gentlemen, those are all the quick tips that I got for you guys for some long range sniping tips and tricks. Let me know if you got any other tips that you want the community to know. Post it down below in the comment section. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.